everybody, it's Miss Amy. I'm so excited to be here with you today on Science Week. We've got some super science experiments all week for you to watch. And today I'm going to be doing a really cool experiment that you can do at home with your mom and dad. So if you are interested in doing this, ask them to help you. This is definitely something that you need adult help for. But I would love to show you the steps in making what I call a lava lamp. Or you could also call it like dancing bubbles. There's something really cool that's going to happen when we put together some of these things that are here on this table. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take a little bit of water that I have here in this jar and color it so we can see it really well. So I've got some food coloring. I'm going to add a few drops. Let that color the water. I've got some blue water now. I'm going to set that aside for just a second while I get the next part ready, which is some oil. So this is some vegetable oil. You want to pour that into another container. So that it's mostly oil. Up to about there is going to be good. So that's full of oil. It's got some bubbles dancing around in there. So oil and water are both liquids. A lot of times when you put two liquids together, they'll mix together and then make something different. But let's guess and see what we think might happen when we put this water into the oil, if it will mix or stay separate. So here we go. We're going to slowly pour it in. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at the cool bubbles. So the water ended up going all the way to the bottom and the oil is still at the top. And there's a few bubbles that are still kind of dancing around a little bit, but they will settle to the bottom eventually. And the reason that the water sank to the bottom is because it's a more dense liquid than the oil. It's heavier. The oil is lighter, less dense. It's kind of fun to watch those bubbles dance around a little bit right now. They're gonna go to the top, they're gonna float to the top and then pop. So the next thing we're going to do, do you know that I forgot to put on my safety glasses? Let's do that before we do this next part. This might get messy. Next thing I'm going to do is add one of these Alka-Seltzer tablets, or it's called an effervescent thing. So when I drop this in, we're going to see what happens. This is when the magic part happens with the lava lamp or the dancing bubbles. There it goes. They're floating to the top and back down to the bottom and dancing around. Isn't that so amazing? Don't you love how science works? There's some huge bubbles in there and some little tiny ones and some medium-sized ones. So there's a reaction happening now between the water and that little tablet that I dropped in there. And it's making the bubbles float up into the oil and back down. And that's something that scientists do a lot with science experiments. There are reactions that happen. I could watch that forever. So fun to watch. So the bubbles will eventually kind of settle to the bottom. You can add another tablet if you want to make it go again. You can do a different color of food coloring to make the water be a different color. That might be cool. You could even use an oil that's a little more clear, like maybe a baby oil. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, but I hope you have a really good time if you try to do one of these science experiments at home. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.